Hi guys, I'm Jenny Moss here for Studio Wrap, speaking with Gina Torres about Pearson.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, thank you for asking.
What can we expect will be different with the Jessica on Pearson versus the Jessica we've known for years on Suits?
We took great pains to ensure that even though the show, by and large, is really a complete departure from Suits, that you would still recognize the character that you love so much. And so she is very much intact. She is very much the no holds barred, dynamic woman in charge that all of our suitors loved. But you also get the entire woman, not just the Jessica that you knew at work, but you also get to meet her family. We go home with her. We get to see more of the effect that living this kind of life actually has on her. And it's not always easy, and she doesn't win every battle right off the bat.
Let's talk about the new characters that we will meet and
Yes.
who are in Jessica's life on Pearson. What can you tease?
Oh gosh, we have such a great cast. I am so proud of this group of actors. They really inhabit these characters beautifully. We have Joy, Bethany Lenz, or Bethany Joy Lenz, I call her Joy. And she's playing Carrie Allen, who is the DA. And she has a complicated relationship with the mayor. And she also, right off the bat, has a complicated relationship with Jessica, as she is the one that we find out very quickly is responsible for stripping her of her law license. Yeah, that's not fun. So that immediately sets up this really incredible and layered relationship between these two dynamic, strong women. We have Eli Gorey, who's the mayor's press secretary. We have our mayor, Morgan Spector, again, a wonderful, wonderful actor, who's another person who I think by and large, all of these characters, we have Isabel Araiza, who's playing Yoli, who is our millennial on deck, and Simon Kassianidis, who is also playing the mayor's driver. All of these characters are so rich in that we've developed these great backstories for them. They are people who enter this world of politics really wanting to make a difference, really wanting to do well and see what's best for their community be realized, and get caught up. Get caught up with the power struggles, get caught up with the overwhelming enormity of what that means, especially in the city of Chicago. These are emotional stories, these are interpersonal stories, and I'm just so excited to be able to bring all of them, to the foreground.
Can you talk about how you personally feel about the end of Suits while still shepherding this new generation of the show and of the franchise, and how you and Pearson might be involved in the final season of Suits? Can we expect a crossover? What is the plan?
We're involved in the final season of Suits because we come up right after. So just scheduling wise, we are still very tethered to the mothership in that way. I can't believe that we had as long a run as we did. I still feel that I'm a part of that show. I will always be a part of that show, even though I haven't been on it in some time. It's given birth to characters that people have related to and have stuck with through thick and thin. It is absolutely has been the launching pad for Pearson. Dan Arkin, who is the co-creator on this, he says, Pearson has Suits DNA, but it's not Suits. But we do carry that DNA with us. So I'm a part of it. Great storytelling is a part of it. Great characters are a part of it. And I think that as a legacy, we will do well by Suits.
Having the setting of Chicago is a very important part of it. Can you talk about that and what it means for the show's identity?
Well, we chose Chicago because it really encompasses all of the issues that we wanted to bring up on the show. It's sort of this microcosm for gun violence, for the disparity between classes, the the haves and the have-nots for immigration. And that is something that was very important, that as we talked about storylines and what we wanted to tell, and also the diversity, the great diversity of the city alone. We wanted our cast to reflect the diversity of Chicago. We didn't want it to be some sanitized version of it. And I believe that we absolutely accomplished that. And where I often say Suits took place in this sort of heightened New York City, this almost fantastical New York City, we play Chicago for Chicago.
Could we expect at any point for any Suits characters to cross over onto Pearson?
Maybe.
Because they could live on that way once Suits is over.
Maybe. I usually say, you know, there's no point in pretending that Jessica didn't spend all those years of her life with those people. They maintain a part of the mythology of that character. And so why wouldn't they?